6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sail that sea.
Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26. You got that. You got that.
And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. That was big G-O-E10's who got upfield to make the play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Wentz. That's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big conversion on 3rd for the Colts. 42 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Throwing now is Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Well, some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Here's Wentz to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
First down gets him a couple up to the 27.
Ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
This is Johnson. He's got it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Jaguars. Colin Johnson. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or 2 today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or 2? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Richard Sherman, a Pro Bowler a year ago, had a pick-6 in the season opener last season against Tampa Bay, and he delivers again with a return for a touchdown on that play. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Jaguars 14, Colts 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. From way up at the 23. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they just had that pick-6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That good for 19 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
14. Colts 3.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Tighten up. Tighten up. 5
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Wentz. Catch made here by Campbell. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens,
on 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
He'll let this one go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark 70 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Wentz looking for a camp, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
A gain of 43 yards.
Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Wentz now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Taylor, and he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Made by Miles.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They'll run here with Taylor, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game.
The kick is good.
And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Jaguars 21. Colts.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. J.J. Nelson now to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 29-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. On play action, Wentz. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Colts are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you've got to think Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than
right?
down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. They'll let Taylor try and run. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And 12.
So they went 2 yards in the wrong direction on the last pass play, and now it's 3rd and 12. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for Philip Dorsett. Incomplete.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Jaguars 31. Colts 20.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wentz. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A man who has done this a lot, Justin Houston, in there to record the sack.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked by Jared Wilson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And a lead now up to 14.
Colts 24.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Nyheim Hines on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
He's crossing. He's checking play. He's coming to double up. Chance. Showing up.
Here's Hines. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
26 Mike.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
The ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Second and 6. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here we go, 50, Mike 50.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
48-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
22 yards there, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They'll look to throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Brings up 3rd and long. That's the end of the third quarter with the score Jaguars 38.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. over the middle, and it's incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receiver...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. 56 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Shotgun now for Wentz. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Wentz to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jalen Mills, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really...
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Geno Atkins coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a play fake. Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
26 months. And let's get in line. That's the safety crease.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz, his throw caught at about the 5.
And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. The give to Taylor, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor now with his 3rd touchdown in his 1st ever NFL game. And the Colts use this short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Is good.
And he puts it through.
makes the score Jaguars 45. Colts.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes Nelson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Good job over there, baby. I see y'all. Good job over there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Forced out to his left. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Up 2nd and 3.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
The pass.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Complete.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, and who's going to make a play?
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down. After the sack on 1st down, Wentz, that's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
On the deep ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wentz.
He'll get this one to Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. One final try now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will write a finish to this ball game.